14 with me, Sid, and I'm just on my way back. We've skirted across here. We found a few other bits and pieces. Bears, lots of bears. Obviously we've got that rather nice bit of, if we can find it, was over this lot. Massive great cluster of things over there. However, today I want to get myself back to a position of relative security. I use the word loosely. I realise there is no such thing in reality, and at every turn there's at least, if not a bear, a zombie ready to eat my face off. So, you know, must look on the bright side. But I'm also kind of thinking along the lines of where I would like to set up shop. And I've been looking at the map with regards to that, but I'm kind of coming around to an idea, and so unless this turns out to be utterly unsuitable when I get there, I have an idea. I have a few other candidates in mind as well, but this one seems to be pretty good for things. That Thorncraft dungeon is going to be useful at some point in the future because it's got 2 spawners in it, and I'm not entirely sure whether I've got the means to relocate spawners. That is a spider tree. That one isn't. And oh, that's not an ideal thing, if it's what I think it is. Can't see. I can't see whether there's a guardian. It feels like there's a guardian there, but it could be just a mob up in the tree. I'm not going to chance it because I don't want to play with a guardian. Not in leather armour with a bronze sword. That's, yeah. That's kind of would be foolish in the extreme. So let us just jump over here and just take you up over this way. So this lake kind of struck me as being a potential place to set up base off of one kind of shore. Now, the thoughts for this episode is to kind of build a, I suppose, a village. It's more like a kind of a build more like season 3 than season 4. More like the village. Now, obviously, we don't have. So that is not a spider tree. That is good news. What we don't have is custom NPCs, but you know that's fine. They were derpy anyway. This area around here has got the potential. We've got a little bit of farming potential. I do need to eat something. Let me go and get my steak that I was eating. You know, we've got water, we've got raised land. I would have liked somewhere a little bit more, I suppose defensible would be the word. So I'm not entirely sure whether this is the best area yet, but let's just get the night out of the way and we'll have a good look at the map. It's handy for. Alright, there we go. That's that, and now the steak's almost gone, so we'll munch on that bit. Didn't quite manage to eat it all. So, looking at this right now, we've got no real defensible juts of land or anything spitting out onto it, but that doesn't mean we couldn't make it defensible. We could do something like a stilt village where we actually have an expanse of land going in, you know, wood going in and make a wooden build. We're obviously going to have to combine some solid mass into that at some point. Got easy access to the sea over here. We're not a million miles away from our temporary home, and we're not a million miles away from those sheep, and of course a couple of pigs. Lots of surface copper, and we're going to want to cut surface copper very soon because we're going to need a lot of copper. So this might be an area to consider. Let's clay handy. Maybe we do that. What do you think? I suppose what would it be? Trying to think of Indonesia. Is it Indonesia that have the kind of stilt villages? But I don't think from here would work so well. I think maybe more around over this way. Just let's have a look, see what we can find. We've got more flat land. We've got cows, handy. My least favourite kind of tree to build around, but you know, we'll live. I like the wood. I just don't like the shade, the spawnability factor of it, if you like. But if we carry on around here, we get hello. What are you? You are a female. And you are also a female. That's not going to fly, is it? But I'm sure we can find more cows. We know there's plenty about. In fact, there's one there, look. Let's just carry on around a little bit and have a good look at this from all the angles. I really don't. I want to make a decision and stick with it, and that is a bull. Excellent. We're set for moo cow breeding. Yes, we are. Got great wood trees. They'll make a good stilt. So maybe that's where we should be going then. Maybe we should start looking at not this bit. I think we'll go back to the nice flat expanse we saw over there, and we'll mark that down as being, well, this is probably as good a point as any to kind of go out from, and then there's the flat expanse of land around there, I think it was. Yeah, let's go from, I think from, do I want a 3 wide? We'll go from here, and we'll head out that way. I have no idea how deep this is, but you know, we'll work that one out in a bit. I'm going to just leave these logs here because Jesus, don't run up at me like that. Has anybody told you that Minecraft players are jittery? It's dangerous. You're going to get killed. Right, so from here we need to just head, because from here we're only a spit and a hop and a spit up. Yeah, I mean it's a fair hike to carry everything, but that's not a. I'm not too worried about that. We can soon work around that. We do need to sort out our food situation. Oh man, there are so many cows around here. Great wood, that will do for building material, and we'll get some saplings off it and put a few more down. Oh yeah, we're in Cow City, aren't we? Anyway, yeah, so I think that's where we're going to set up, because the reason I'm thinking about setting up my permanent base, so to speak, well, not even so to speak, my permanent base now, is the next step in my journey, I think, is going to be getting a bloomery built. Now we've got the bismuth, we've got plenty of that, and we've found loads more as well, so that's all good. We've got plenty of sources of copper in the area, so that isn't an issue. And yeah, I mean, you know, bismuth. Pardon me. So many cows. Bloomery is probably the next thing in the arsenal, and I really don't want to be temporary bloomeries. I was quite happy to have a temporary base. I'm quite happy to have temporary pit kilns and you know, fireplaces and stuff, and it has served us well. However, as we're starting to get that a little bit closer on the things that we need to build, yeah, I think we need to start looking to settle somewhere. So that's the plan. What I need to do is sort myself out first, I suppose. That's the all-important thing. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So be back in a mo. Back. We have got seeds. We've got a few bits of wheat to sort out. We've got some satin spar. We've got a whole load of bits and pieces. I did pick up the leather while we were down around there, so that can go away as well, along with that little knife blade. First test, all of our sandwiches decayed. That hasn't even started. So that is a really interesting feature, and we can put it on the actual table and take it back. Now here's a question. It's got a 0.2 decay. If I look at that there and forget about it, how long do you think that's going to last? I actually don't know the answer to the question. I'm just, you know, posing a hypothetical. You have got some stuff in you. You have got some stuff in you. I'm just wondering what I've got in the way of foods. You decayed a wee bit, but not really a lot there. I've got no bread, of course. That's oh, I have. There we go. Right, so I have an answer for my problem of things. Basically, we take a food table with us, and we prepare sandwiches as we go. We carry the raw materials. The raw materials seem to last for quite a while. Whereas these, well, don't. Not to put too fine a point on it. Oh, I need a knife on the hotbar, don't I? There we go. We'll have some steak and a bit of tomato. Go for a little bit of hazelnut, because hazelnut works well on a thing. And lemon would be perfect, I think, followed by that. That makes a lovely sandwich, which we will eat. And yeah, while we're back home, I need to just sort out this before we do anything, because it's full of kaolinite and stuff and other stuff and some mutton and yeah, lots of things. And then we need to think about moving, and the obvious way to move is to, well, is to take this, fill these with as many things as I can put in them, and I don't know what we've got in here now. Yeah, and carry on doing that. So let me just feed myself, and I'll be back in a second. All right, I brought a few chests. I've also brought or filled this up completely with stuff, which, well, actually probably will be easier to start with the stuff that's in my inventory that I don't need in my inventory right now. Let me just try, and I'm going to pop a little bit of that away over there. We definitely want all of those. That can go away. Not a huge amount of space, but that was empty. That was shocking. I missed one. Okay, and that one's okay. That was double shocking. Okay, well, there we go. So that's those, and then we can basically swap these out and start pulling the spoils of our labor out. And again, this will sort after the fact. Right now we've just got the unenviable task of, I want the sticks, of trying to sort this lot out and move it from one location to another without any real easy way of doing it. So we can come back down there, and then another one and another one. one. And yeah, this should be reasonably straightforward, I think. But I don't think kaolinite is going to be an issue going forward. Yeah, that's fine. What I would like to do is potentially start getting our platform laid out here before I continue moving everything across over as well, because it's, you know, it's nice to have somewhere to live, even if it's somewhere to set a bed down. So, ooh, hell, what happened? Well, that's surprising. I didn't think that would go in. Okay, they're all empty. So then that one and that one and oh, that one was empty. I missed another one. Shocking. So anyway, that's a lot of the stuff. So this is the steady move. We'll get things moved over and I shall be back again in a moment. Alright, before I continue moving all of this lot over, we'll seal that back up. I am going to go and have that tree down, and we're going to start getting a basic platform. I think hickory's a really nice wood. God. Yeah, painful decisions. I hate them. Do I want to try and grab a sapling or two? I mean, it's going to be hard with this particular tree because it is quite, yeah. We'll take whatever leaves I can reach, and if I don't get any saplings, I don't get any saplings. I can't reach any of those, can I? Alright, it's coming down. Timber! Anytime, kind of soonish. Wow. I love these great wood trees in TerraFirmaCraft. The only thing better than great wood trees in TerraFirmaCraft is, hang on, is... well, I can't think of anything actually. Douglas fir is probably the nearest, or the sequoia, but neither of those. Well, I know the sequoia doesn't drop saplings. The Douglas fir may drop saplings. Let's see how much more we get. Oh wow! These are just the charcoal maker's dream. Anyway, I need to sort myself out somewhat for starters, and then we'll rejoin once I've picked all this lot up, and we'll, man, there's more. Good grief, look at it all. Yeah, I'll be back with you in a mo. Alright, so here's my thoughts. We're going to use slabs because great wood has got the advantage that it's slabs. Yeah, but you never knew that, did you? 1, 2, 3, and how deep do I have to go down here though? And then we're going to have, this is, oops, hang on, and again, like that. So in terms of the structure, we're going to, the bridge is going to be like that, and we're going to basically come out and hop, and we're going to have to do the jump to get over. I think that's the securest technique that I can think of anyway. Let's just go, whoa. Huh? Apparently I float. And obviously we'll get some lights of some description out here, and that will work. Now we're going to go out a little bit, and then we'll get like a central platform done. I think that's kind of maybe where I want to go. It's got the advantage that it's mob safe. It's not spawn safe because obviously I've done top slabs. Now I could have done bottom slabs. Should I do bottom slabs? Oh man, now we've got my thinking. No. I think I should do bottom slabs. And I'm doing this wrong, I know. If I do bottom slabs, they're spawn proof. Which is double bonus, isn't it? And if I do them here, that gives me a nice sized gap. Now all the farms, we can do that on each of the top of those. We don't have to worry about lighting them then. Yeah, result. I may change these out for a different wood. However, what we do need to do is undo this. I'll go grab anything. Oh, they float. Excellent. Very much like me. Okay, and that makes a lot more sense, I think. It's reasonably sustainable. We can quite easily build it, and I don't necessarily have to take these all the way down. I'll just get them till they're out of sight, kind of thing. Yeah, let me just get this bit done, and I shall be right back with you. All right. What did I just see there? Spine zombie burned to death. I'm glad it did. So this is the initial walkway of River Town, or Lake Town, to borrow from Tolkien. And it occurs to me that probably the first building we would want to come off of here is maybe the first thing we come to. Maybe like 1, 2, 3. Maybe here we'd want to have our storeroom, at least initially anyway. Well, let me get down. Come on, down. And I have gone through a reasonable amount of wood, but I also have not even started scratching the surface of the amount of wood we got out of that tree. So swings and roundabouts, really. But I think this will look pretty good once we've got it, especially once we get some lighting built into it, which, is some way off. But at the moment we can just come off sleep the night away. Not a problem. Food is a bit of an issue, but I'm just munching on whatever I've got to hand, which is at the moment a hazelnut. It's the world's largest hazelnut. Currently it is 52 ounces of hazelnut. But, it was 160 ounces of hazelnut, so, let's not criticise it. So if I want a storage room and I want to go 1, 2, give myself 3 in the middle, and then 1, 2, and then 1. That works for me. And it doesn't interfere too much down there. Now the question is, how big do we want the storage room? And it probably needs to be, I don't know, what I need to do realistically is chop some of this up, make myself some of those, get me some of that going on. And then, how do we do this then? If I've got a 3, 1, 2, 3, so we're going to go. So basically, what I want is not that. that's not what I want. Is not that. Okay, let me. But we can. Yeah, let's just try something. Let me just place this back here. So the rooms, the buildings are all going to be on the correct level, on the level if you like. And we'll kind of step up just using stairs. Stair blocks will be fine. We'll vary up the wood for the walls, but for the most part, missed it. Okay, it's not a problem. We're pretty good at swimming. For the most part, what we'll do is we shall convert you over to slabs. That's the other nice thing with this this timber here, is it does convert to slab very nicely, unlike normal TFC wood. I think I mentioned that already, so I'll stop mentioning it. So this is a wall, that's a wall, then we're going to have chests, and we're going to, I think we need at least 10. 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Plus 1 for the support, which we might as well put in now. If I can get deep enough. I'm always paranoid that I'm going to just end up swimming straight down into a ravine or something, but if that happens, I probably deserved it. I haven't got enough there. If I do that, that will probably give me enough, I think. Hang on. Fluff that up. So there we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we're going to do basically that, aren't we? So that would give us the overall parameters that we've got for this first building. Obviously it'll need lighting and all the usual good stuff that comes with having proper floors. But that shouldn't be a major issue. Once we've got this all slabbed out and a wall on it, I'll use a different substance for the wall. So we're not going to be all great wood. Great wood is just one of those, well, I suppose great woods, isn't it? It's so abundant. Yeah, let me just get a little bit more done on this and I'll be back in a moment. Out of here, got that to do. We can take actually those two. Let me just pop that back on the wall, because we can take that and that. Where did you go? There you go. Still got you to go. That I'm not really worried about actually, although I suppose I should leave that there. Maybe take one of them with me with the food in, and yeah. We've got a few logs to take. We've got some leather curing around the wall. You couldn't take the oven. I tried to break it; it just smashes. So you have. I'm going to have to create another bread oven in the new location. So yeah, I mean, there's no walls on it. But we have got a kind of a place to live. So the kick in the face. I think one more trip will see me done. We'll have everything that we realistically, actually no, not one more trip, because I need to go and bring those barrels back, don't I? 3 more trips will see me done. Although those barrels can wait a little, so you know, we'll do the curing leather up, and the water barrel I can empty. It's only the tannin and the realistically I could empty all of them, because it's only flux and hickory logs, so that actually wouldn't be the end of the world if I lost them, would it? No, it wouldn't. Anyway, so having decided that I'm going to live in Lake... bloody thing. Having decided that I'm going to live in Lake Town, that's platinum by the way, I've already marked it on the map. All that remains now is to transfer over, and then next episode we can actually start with a proper serious build. It's a little bit late in the season for farming, even we're at 9,000, so we're not going to get any crops if we sow anything, so it's just not worth the effort. What we're going to have to do probably is scavenge a few bits and pieces of food together, and probably cull some of these excess males, these excess bulls. There's quite a few. It's not going to be a healthy diet by any stretch of the imagination. We also need to clear some of the trees around the area, give us a good field of vision for when we work through the night and we have to get the things. I have added these trapdoors. I may remove them yet. I don't think we've got a drawbridge. No, we've got the wire draw bench, so you can look forward to that one again. But we haven't got a drawbridge. So for the time being, what we're going to do is I'm going to assume that we put the walls on. Oops, we'll do that. That doesn't matter. And so they're going to basically be stacks of chests this way, and where necessary, I need to take. Should have a quern base in one of these. We do. So if we take the quern base temporarily and place you here, we shall put your back. That's all done there. Oops, and we'll have this there just for temporary as well. There's an awful lot of just temporary, I'm afraid, but that is the nature of the beast. That's food, so I suppose we should leave that. The rest of it isn't, so that's all right. And yeah, we can place that down, and one of those, and two of those down, and that down out of the way. Right, so then it's just a matter of tidying up and keeping an eye on my food situation while I do this, and then, you know, we'll get to actually having some properly organized that can go there. Temporary. These are going to be the watchword, I think, for this episode. But we will get there. This is not going to be a fast process by any stretch, and we're going to have to work it all out as we go, and then tidy up after ourselves. Once we've done all that, and I brought some of the materials, building material. Oh hell, it's getting late already. Things. Let me continue, and I shall be back with you in a moment. All right. The answer to the question, does a sandwich that's placed on a table decay, is yes, it does. So today we did some science. However, it seems that a sandwich that is not completed, that is left on the table, does not. So possibly worth knowing. Now, another question I have while I'm in questioning and science mode is this: do these things actually have any use? If you look at the uses of them, there is no obvious use for any of these. So can we use them, or am I just wasting my time keeping them? If I'm wasting my time keeping them, I'll bin them. You know, I don't see the point in going out of my way to keep things that we don't need. That is just silly. However, if we do need them, then I'll keep them. Kind of obvious, really, when you think about it. However, we are on the last legs of the transfer of all of our items to the new location. There's the that's that. I know that won't go in. You've got nothing in you, have you? Will you? Right, let's get that. Won't go in there either. They won't obviously go in. That will. Definitely want those. Do they go in? Yes. I mean, this is yeah. A chest will go in. Can't put a hammer will go in, but I don't really want to put the hammer in there because we need it. Sword won't go in. It's like an exercise in randomness sometimes. We'll have those. Didn't I make 2 of those, or was that? Oh no. Okay, that won't go in. That's fine. I know this won't go in. I'm not going to bother sealing it because it's just going to be a carry job. Take that. Let's seal that and pick it back up. There really isn't much left in here. There's only the wood on the side there. Oops, and the bed, which we definitely want because I left my other bed at the other side. And then these we need because they've got some food in them. Obviously I need to come back for this because that's going to output 2 pieces of leather. I may need to come back for some of this timber as well. What we got here? Ash. Sycamore. And the ash. There we go. I'll probably come back for those as well. Do I go for it? Let's go for it. Damn it. That doesn't help. Right. We should be able to make it back there, I think. With a little bit of luck. Right, I'll see you back there. Anyway, in a moo. I forgot I had a bed on me. It's easy to make mistakes like that when you're me. Oops, not that. No, that first. Then some hazelnut. Yeah, I'm wondering what livestock to collect first. Probably cows, seeing as the nearest. Yeah, it's not ideal eating this single item, but there we go. Anyway, once we've got this lot back, we've just got one more trip to go and pick up the leather and the remainder of the logs, and we are completely moved. So that's a thing. Yeah, get that done. Back in a minute. All right, and that is it. Last trip made. I'm going to leave this exactly as is. I think it's sometimes there's a tendency to take apart the things you make as you move, and unless there's a very strong reason to do so, like say it was made out of really valuable materials or whatever, I can't see the point. That's a little bit of history in this world, so we'll leave that there. We will, however, go and remove Temp Home because it's no longer Temp Home, it's gone. It is now Hobo Shack number 1. Oh dear. And obviously we move over and get a new point over at Lake Town, which is, I think I'm going to go with Lake Town for the name of it because it's obviously it's Tolkien-esque. It's fits a kind of rustic theme, and it gives me. Oh, I'll take that anyway, because you know the flax seeds does not seem to give me anything when I harvest it. I don't know whether I'm doing something wrong, but that one wasn't mature, so I know that wasn't going to give me one. But I harvested another one when I was coming across, and it went, nope, you're not having no. There is pumpkin. We can harvest this later, but yeah, not now. Hello. You see this one? Mature. That one, cotton, immature. Actually, no growth at all. But I'm going to have the seeds because it'd be wrong not to. I've not kind of wandered across this way. I'm just wondering if there's any. I have wandered around all over this area, but I'm just wondering if there's any foods or anything that I may have missed as we wandered around. Here's a clay deposit. I'm going to just make a quick mark on there for clay. Can I get you to be a nice grey colour? There we go. Grey clay. Just because it's handy to know where there's clay deposits in the area. Whoa, I not want to find that. That's really not what I was looking for. Okay, I need to work my way around. I forgot there's these ravines in the middle. Work my way around that, get myself back. Hazelnuts, we'll have them. They're actually pretty good. That's a bit close to the edge there though, mate. Let's just do some stacking. We'll get as many of these popped off as we can and collected. Because waste not, want not. And as I say, I think winter might be a little bit of a harsh season for us because we've not got the supplies in, but we're not there yet. We're not even in autumn yet, so we don't need to worry. I was wondering what that was then. Okay. That'll keep us. That won't let me pass though. Right, so the plans going forward are obviously to develop this Lake Town area. I want to move fairly rapidly towards iron, although you know it doesn't have to be too rapid, but there's an area over here which is quite flat. It should be interesting enough to give me some basic starting farm areas. It may be possible for me to lay down some farm areas off of Lake Town as well. That's something to consider. But as we stand, I mean, again, I've got bits of log in here, so you know, let's not lose sight of the fact that this lot is not going to stay here. As neither is that. These are the 3 barrels which will be my tannery. We'll have a tannery area. We'll have all of these good things. Put the leather away there. I think we've probably got a few seeds there and there. And yeah, let's see whether we can't find a decent area to take us. Oops. I have popped a couple of ladders, so if I don't make the jump, I can get in that way. I just need to. That's not really going to give me the kind of perspective I want on this. Let's have a look. Let's go with that. Completely ugly at the moment, but we'll get there. Yeah, so until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.